Welcome back for more plot twists I totally didn't see coming. Which I do kind of want to talk about. While I try to figure out how to hurt this guy. You could jump on his head? Oh no, he's doing the... Oh, haha, I'm invincible, just like Count Black was. There's nothing you could do, time for the destruction to begin. You know, you totally can't use the pure hearts to fight the Chaos Heart like you did with Count Black. It begins with you as wallowing and helpless like upside down turtles. Owl power! The worlds tremble. Has the end finally come? How unfortunate. I don't know why it's getting all wibbly-worbly. That's totally not what happened to Samur's kingdom. Oh no! All those characters I totally love, they're getting erased. No, not Old Man Watch It. He was so lovable for his one thing he did. Oh no, not the guy who actually wasn't that bad when I saw him again. It's like, you know, he actually wasn't really annoying. We have to do something. We have to save Mario and the others. I didn't realize Tippy was there too. We cannot. Without the pure hearts, there's no way to counter the Chaos Heart. All we can do is give up. Did they seriously forget about the Purity Heart? That the pure hearts are supposed to come together to form? When you're saying you promised we would find happiness together, was that all just a lie? It was no lie. Without pure hearts, all the world is doomed. And what can we do? Oh, I guess Dimentio took the pure hearts? Is that what's... I don't remember seeing him do that, but okay. I guess I'm not paying attention. Snap out of it. How can you think the world will end here if we suffered without each other? Oh, the drama! Oh, it's like a soap opera. We found each other again. Stay alive. How can you admit defeat? I will not give up. Ah, happiness. You promised. Yeah, remember us. We're still loyal to you. Whether or not you're a hero or trying to destroy the worlds and then not replace them. My minions, how did you find us here? Got your good value, you big smile anywhere, Count. She's like a wee rug. Oh, lies like a wee rug. It's like, what? What are you calling her a rug for? It's like those bandits in Skyrim that like, you'll make a fine rug, cat. Nastasia told us, Count. She said you'd come here. She said you felt you'd be here or something along those lines. Nastasia. Wasn't it like earlier when we fought Mimi? She's like, oh, I only care about getting what I want. Except when it comes to the Count, apparently, for some reason. The game doesn't explain why she's loyal to the Count, how that happened. It's an extra mile, it's just you've sacrificed yourself to save you. It was a kind of promise. I promised me life as well, and I'm not afraid to live up to life. I'm gonna live up to giving you my life. You get it? It's living in. The game is not making the pun. I'm making it a pun. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Dimentio is getting away with this. He pulled a really dirty trick on you, but he will always stick by your side. Is there really that much of a trick, my loyal minions? The 7 Chaos Hearts. They're gonna come together to make the Chaosity Heart. Oh, wait. Oh, they were the black... What? I don't get what happened. Okay, I'm gonna have to pay attention to that in editing. And so why were they blackened? Pure hearts? Plural? But why? Isn't it obvious, Blumiere? Pure hearts are the very feelings of our souls. Also, don't you just love how the thing that's supposed to stop the Chaos Heart was split into 7 pieces? But the Chaos Heart, no, we couldn't put that into 7 different pieces. That would not be okay. We cannot hide the thing that would destroy the universe in 7 pieces. Pure hearts are the very feelings of our souls. As long as we feel love, they live on. Because, you know, we sure did get every single one of these from someone who was just full of love. I will take these tomorrow. See, that's another way the game could have been better if, like, you always got a pure heart from someone who's just, like, feeling an immense amount of gratitude or love for someone. But no, it's really just, like, the one from Tippy, and then everything else is just like, end of chapter, here's a pure heart. Let's stop wasting time and finish this, shall we? Bye. What? What's going on? No, the pure hearts? I thought you wasted them all fighting Count Bleck. But they're supposed to be super powerful. Why would they get wasted doing the thing they were designed for? What's happening? I'm not invincible anymore. Oh man, I think I've been recording too much. My throat is starting to hurt. Now's our chance. The pure has given us power. Let's get him. Tippy. You might be right. Come on, let's jump him. Okay, yeah, hang on. I gotta... Okay. Who do I want to use? How about Slim? What if I just... Okay, well, it's the perfect defense, but, how do I fight back? Okay, so the thing I wanted to talk about before the cutscenes interrupted was, like, this is not the first Paper Mario game to have a twist like that. A kind of like, oh, you thought this guy was the main villain, but actually it was me, the minion, who was doing all his bidding. Actually, I was doing it for my own game, not for the guy I was working for. Which, if you played Thousand Year Door, you of course know. It's the Shadow Sirens, or whatever their name was changed to in the remake. I'm not mad that they changed it in the remake, but I honestly liked Shadow Sirens better. It was a little catchier. But that's probably just because it's the one I remember. It's the one I grew up with, so whatever. But yeah, Shadow Sirens. They were working with the bad guy, excuse me, the X-Nauts, to collect the... Excuse me, jeez, sorry. Collecting the crystal stars for their own gains, because they didn't actually want to help the X-Nauts. They were in it for their own reasons. And I honestly think it's a better twist, even if it isn't as foreshadowed as really at all. I don't think it was really foreshadowed like this twist was. But I think the Shadow Sirens one is a better one because it makes more sense. And there's more layers to it other than just like, oh, well, you thought Count Bleck was going to destroy the world? No, actually, I want to destroy the world. Or, sorry, the universes. Oh, I'm not flipped. See, this is why I think the pixels are actually a pretty decent element of this game, despite not living up to partners. Like, their abilities actually are not terrible. They're just not really exciting when, like, outside of a boss fight. Like, okay, let me break down the Shadow Sirens. So they initially come off as minions to the X-Nauts, helping collect the crystal stars for some reason, I don't know, trying to use the power of the crystal stars to take over the world or something, probably. But then it becomes clear later on in the game what the goal is with the crystal stars. They're not just artifacts that give you a magical power when you hold one of them. They also, which by the way, another thing I think Thousand Year Door did better than this game with the, crystal stars versus chaos or purity hearts. Or pure hearts. The villains could use the power of them too. So it wasn't just like, oh, you beat a boss and then you just happen to get a pure heart or crystal star. That, like, there were bosses that actually used the power of the crystal star, or at least one boss. But then it becomes clear later in the game what the crystal stars are for, what happens when you gather all of the crystal stars. How did you do it? How could I have lost with the power of Luigi and the Chaos Heart? I kind of like that line. The power of Luigi! And also the Chaos Heart. Don't forget, Luigi has power. The prophecy, has it been undone? I think your prophecy was wrong all along. You believe your prophecy, we believed it. Mopping the floor with you! Yeah, you tell him, Bowser. Nothing is decided entirely by fate, All these things determine their destinies. Or all things determine their destinies. Goodbye now, Dimentio. We added a footnote to the prophecy about your failure. Just like I was joking before about how like like I could imagine Dimentio like riding in the margins as like a big tough guy, a shapeshifter, and then like in the margins, and also a guy in a clown costume. You think this is the end? This isn't finished. You can't stop this now. You can't escape. I've been saving one last surprise. Ah! Thanks for dropping Luigi. Huh? What am I doing here? This is like the third time of the game. I've suddenly ended up somewhere and not sure how it happened. Oh, you're all better now, Count. And your clothes got repaired too. So it seems the end of all worlds is really upon us. Even though you beat the guy who was holding the Chaos Hearts, so that should mean... So defeating Dimentio wasn't enough to stop it. Okay, they're addressing what I was just saying. He's getting a little ahead of the game. I thought the Chaos Heart would disappear if the person controlling it fell. They can't just... you know, they... Still don't get it. Why do they have to be defeated for the power to stop? Why... It's unstoppable! Unless you kill the person holding the Chaos Heart. They can't just drop it or cancel it or, you know, tell it to stop. It's unstoppable! Unless you beat them. Dimentio must have left behind a shadow of his power to continue controlling it. It won't last long, but... I'm sorry, that just feels like just an ex machina. You know, it's like, oh, but I thought this would happen if we won. No, actually, he said no. The story decided that no, actually, that's not gonna happen. It won't last long, but may be enough to ensure the end of every world. Oh, great! So what do we do now? There was only one thing left that we can do. Open the biggest door in the game! It's not the 1,000-year door, but it's pretty big too. This way! I actually don't really remember how they resolve this from here, so I don't remember. Are we just gonna hide in a pocket dimension? Oh, wait. Oh, wait, I know what this is. This is the wedding scene we didn't get to see, because I skipped the intro. They're rebuilding the wedding set. Is he gonna divorce Princess Peach and Bowser? Is that the way you undo the Chaos Heart? Oh, wait, just cracked my toes, adjusting the way I was sitting. Hey, I remember this place. Timpani, do you still love me? Yes, of course I do. Then you must come with me. Hey, Count. What are you doing? Using the pure hearts again, this time to banish the Chaos Heart. All we need is true love, and then I'm lucky enough to possess. But with the Chaos Heart gone and the pure hearts and those linked to them, they may cease to exist. What do I care? Oh wait, you mean they, or you mean you might go away? Is that what you're saying? I thought you meant the Chaos Hearts might cease to exist. But I don't want you to go! Oh, this is my fault. The price is mine to pay. I've already made it clear I don't care if you kill me. So this isn't really that much of a heroic sacrifice because I want to die. Like, it's not a sacrifice if it's a thing I want. I do not have long to live anyway. But you, Timpani... It pains me to know this may cut your game short. Still, there's no other way to end this. The story demands it. Timpani. Isn't that an instrument? Isn't there like a timpani? Like a... It's like a xylophone, but it's a timpani. Don't say another word. As long as I'm with you, nothing else matters. Ah, it's happening! I don't know who sang that. I was assuming Luigi. We must go, Timpani. Yes. Why does that make me laugh that he floats there with his cape open, just like whoosh, like he's getting taken off by a strong breeze. There were so many things I wanted to say to you, but I could not find the words. Only one thing matters to me now. I never had the chance to return your question. Do you still love me as well? Of course I do. I was going to destroy the world because I thought you were gone. But I caused so much suffering. I was suffering, so I made everyone else suffer, because that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know, maybe some people do think that way, I don't know. Perhaps my life would have been more carefree without you, that is true. But I had to be with you, I never apologized for that. I know. Can we just keep going, please? Just move on. Hundreds of thousands of years from now will have not changed, because I'll be dead and I will not be able to feel any feelings anymore. See, I'm gonna have to like read this on the wiki or something, because like didn't they tell us before that the way to stop the Chaos Heart was to get the 7 pure hearts and form the Purity Heart to destroy it? Everything's shaking! Are we too late? Wait, can you hear that? I hear bells. Don't you like how Luigi was like, hey, do you hear that? And there were no bells happening. You only hear them until you don't hear them until after he points them out. How lovely! The bells are giving their blessing to Tippy and Black. Ugh. What's the matter, oh chunks? Do bells grundle your girders or whatever? Oh, we're all panicking! There's bells happening! No, I guess they're panicking over the void. That's supposed to be the point. Even though if we went back to that level before going into the final boss fight, you know, if we abandoned the final boss fight to go world hopping, no one would be sweating the end of the world. Oh, and apparently they took Smurfville. Oh, I didn't even realize that got erased. I mean, I do remember that showing the people being scared, but see that's me not paying attention. I will fully admit I did not pay enough attention. See, I told you no one was dead here. It's not dark because they came back. It's only dark if they stayed gone. Yeah. I mean, okay, that's probably me just being really used to darker themes and things. Like I'm a Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I'm kind of just, it's like, yeah, okay, people died, okay, whatever. But like, I don't know, is it really that dark if it can be undone? And does get undone? Cause really, if it bro, big bro, like if something happens but it can be undone and then does get undone, is that really that dark? You awake, bro? Cause like you can't just write whatever story you want. Actually, never mind. I was gonna make a point against my own point. It's like you can't just write whatever story you want and then write at the end of it, and then they lived happily ever after, and then have that make sense. But like that's kind of what they're doing. But if I'm arguing it's not that dark, then it, like I don't even know what I'm saying. Great leaping bog monkeys. Nastasia, she draws a breath once again. Nastasia, hey, Nastasia, hey! I'm standing right next to it. I'm yelling in your ear. Hey! Hmm? Oh, Chunks, were you saying something? I wasn't listening. Mario, check it out. Again, they point out something and then it starts happening. This is proof that the prophecy of destruction has not come to be. Okay, I guess another point against my own point, like, I think Majora's Mask can be dark at times, but then also, by the end of it, you stop the bad thing from happening, so I guess that doesn't make the Majora's Mask that dark. All worlds have been saved. The prophecy has lost its power, thusly the world would not lost, returns to normalcy. You've done well, heroes, it's all thanks to you. But where is Tippy? She made a heroic sacrifice. That wasn't very heroic because I mean, I guess for Tippy, it's kind of a sacrifice. So she's gone. This too must have been under the guidance of the pure hearts that never formed the purity heart that they were talking about. Both Tippy and Count Bleck gone. What could have happened to them? They said what happened. They would wed and then form more purity hearts or something, and then they would cease to exist. So that's what happened to them. They stopped existing. Just like when this game ends, and, you know, it's the next Paper Mario, Count Bleck and Tippy never existed. Which is fine. I'm okay with that. It happens. I should have to think about it, but surely the prophecy was nullified. It's like, I'm okay with Assassin's Creed 4 not having anything to do with Assassin's Creed 2. I don't need them to constantly reference Ezio in every game. No, they're alive. I can feel it. They're finally reunited. They overcame time and fulfilled their own vows. Somewhere the Count is living together with Tippy in happiness. And yeah, I'm jealous, but, Count, no, I'm all alone. Hey now, me wee Anastasia, I believe in the Count is still alive too. When he's alive last, we shouldn't be one shammering with blubbering, shaming him with blubbering. Let's put together, huh? He's right, Nasty. Not even nasty, just Nasty. Her name is Nastasia, and her nickname is Nasty. It's like missed opportunity. We still have each other. We can still build the Count's world. We don't have to erase things to make new things. So come on, big smile. Oh, Chunks, Mimi. You're suddenly nice people now that the game just decided that actually Count Bleck wasn't actually a bad guy. I could just sob like this forever. The Count would never have approved. We would create the ideal world that the Count wished for in his heart. A world of love, not war. Yeah, and pencil that in an appointment of hope. Farewells are bittersweet, but as long as you live, you cannot escape them. Feel sadness is to live, but as long as you are alive, the future is a blank page. Just like the end of the Light Prognosticus, or something like that. And with that, I am hungry. A nice one, Paimon. I asked Saffron to make some of her celebrated snacks for us. Let us heal our weariness by devouring a banquet of sumptuous sweets. Oh yeah, that's a plan. Make a path. How are they gonna make a path for you? We're in 2D. Like, how does anyone decide what they can and cannot walk in front of here? Merlin, what is it? Princess Peach. I'm thinking of Tippy. I mean, Lady Timpani. I wonder if she truly is happy now. Of course she's happy. She's with Count Bleck. Weren't you paying attention? Oh, yes, of course. Let's have those snacks. Jeez, all that raining, I really had to take some water. So the dark prophecy was averted and peace reigned. The Dark Prognosticus got faded into history. Count Blumiere and his love, Lady Timpani, both vanished. Where did the pair go? Who knows? But they're still alive somewhere. You know, some secret, like, 9th chapter or something. And so the story of the Lost Book of Prophecies... there were 2 prophecies, but there was only 1 book. Comes to an end. May we meet again in another time and place. Let's not. Let me never play this game again. Okay, end credits. Yeah, what I was saying about, like, is it really that dark if, like, you don't really get to see much of the bad happening? It's just, like, implied, and then later on it's just like, oh, no, actually nothing happened. Like, that's not a twist. To just be like, oh, no, they died! Oh, actually, surprise, they're still alive. I don't know. I think you need to just have more built around that to make it work, instead of just like, they died! Oh, no, they're back. Okay, I wrote down things I wanted to talk about over the credits. Just some bullet points, and I forgot to open that notepad, so... I'm going to be doing a lot of repeating here, but I'm going to try to make this succinct and clear and, you know, not just a ramble. This game is pretty mediocre. Like, I think this is a case of the internet, like, mostly just going in extremes. It's like, when it came out, it's like, oh, this is the worst Paper Mario ever. It's not turn-based. And then Sticker Star came out, and then everyone's like, oh, actually, Super Paper Mario's underrated gem. It's brilliant. It's a masterpiece. So, like, the truth is somewhere in the middle. It's not a masterpiece, and it's not the worst game ever. It's just okay, I guess. It has some cool parts to it, but it's mostly either bland or stupid. Like, okay, let's go through the chapters. Chapter 1, pretty basic. It's chapter 1, fine. Chapter 2, for the most part, it's pretty bland, just like chapter 1. Its level design is mostly forgettable, except for those parts of it that you remember because they're so stupid. That you get to the ruby grinding part. It's like, wow, this is memorable because it's stupid that the game made me have to grind rubies to continue. And then chapter 3. What even was chapter 3? Was that Bitland? Bitland was fine, I guess. It's still not very noteworthy other than just like, oh, look, it's like classic Mario Bros. Here's World 1-1, and then 1-2, and then 1-3, and then a castle. It's just like Mario Bros. And, you know, space was fine. It's like a shooter, but then, like, it gets to the platforming sections, and it's, you know, low gravity. And then the Woe Zone was basically like Mario Galaxy within this game. It's fine, I guess. And Cragland, also kind of okay. And yes, I still think Summer Kingdom is really stupid. Oh no, the credits are over. I still had more thoughts. I knew I should not have went through chapter by chapter. But okay, I guess I'll have to ramble over this screen or something. I'll put up like a funny GIF if I don't get to stay on this screen. Or is there anything after the screen, or does it go to the title screen? But yeah, Still Stand By Summer Kingdom is really lame, and Over There sucks. Over There is kind of bad. Like, there's no moments of like, wow, that was really good level design. There's some moments where I'm like, okay, that's kind of clever, but it doesn't go much higher than that. Despite them throwing out, like, all of Paper Mario's identity for the sake of, oh, look, it's 2D, but now it's 3D. It just, like I was saying before, it just doesn't replace classic Paper Mario with anything new or interesting that goes beyond, like, that was kind of alright, I guess. If you really like this game, I'm not gonna look at you like you're crazy, but I will give you the side eye. Like, if this is your favorite Paper Mario, sure, fine. But also, let's see, what else is here? Yeah, it's mostly just, like, I can count on one hand how many times I was like, oh, okay, that's actually kind of clever. Whereas there's just so much else of the game that's just basic or kind of lame or just half-baked. Yeah, like the ruby grinding, the Cragdon who wanted you to say please like 8 times. And I am not gonna forgive this game for Over There Stare. Having to go around getting the apples one time to wake Peach was one thing, but doing it like not even next chapter, but like very next obstacle is like, hey, I want an apple too, but I'm not gonna tell you which color. You gotta know which color, and it's not the same color as last time. It's just pure fluff. And like some of the half-baked elements of like in the underwear where there was the hags. And they're like, oh, please do this favor for me. And they teleport you away, which is, you know, I would say the teleporting part, good design to, you know, not make you go there manually and remember, like, okay, which guy? But then you have to walk back on your own. And sure, it's not very far, not like Over There Stare. But it's just not good design to not have a shortcut back. And like any room where you get like a superstar and it's like, ooh, you're turning into a giant invincible 8-bit sprite of Mario. It's like, it's cool for the moment, but then it wears off and you get to the end of that part of the level and then they expect you to walk all the way back, and they don't put anything new in place of all that stuff that you just ran through while you were invincible. There's nothing new there. It's just an empty section of level that they force you to backtrack through because they didn't have the foresight to put in shortcuts. Like, that's exactly what I mean when I say, like, you know, if people get on Sticker Star for feeling amateurish, why don't they get on this game for also being pretty amateurish? And, like, I wanted to make the joke that, like, you never buy anything in this game, but, like, if anything, things are too expensive. Like, I absolutely would have bought that shortcut to Flopside, but I bought the fortune teller thing that, like, makes a random good thing happen randomly. Or really just randomly gives you an item sometimes. Like, that was way too expensive, and I couldn't afford the Flopside shortcut. And it's stupid enough that you have to buy the shortcut to flip-flop between Flipside and Flopside without having to go all the way down to the temple. And, like, by the time I could afford it, I didn't need it. And actually, I'm not even sure how much money I spent on items preparing for the final boss level, so I might not have even been able to afford the shortcut still. I'm trying to remember. Just going through my notes here. Like, what did I already say? Okay. I respect the effort to make something new and different. Like, going back to Assassin's Creed. Like, I respect Assassin's Creed Origins for trying to shake up the gameplay has been so simple. Like, Assassin's Creed absolutely has evolved game from game. Like, even if you want to say, like, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is, like, the last quote-unquote classic Assassin's Creed before they kind of rebooted it with Origins, it's still very different from, like, Assassin's Creed 2 or even Assassin's Creed 4. Like, but I respected the developers for being like, you know, I don't want to just keep making the exact same experience. Let's try something new with this series. So they did Origins. I respect that. And I'm still allowed to hate Assassin's Creed Odyssey for taking that same formula and then making it worse. Not better, but worse. Adding on things that just make it a more frustrating and annoying experience. That's what this game is like. It's not like Assassin's Creed Origins. It's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It doesn't take a fresh, new, exciting take on Paper Mario. It just takes away the stuff that you like about it. And it's like, I don't know, moving platforms? Here. Hammer? Do you want your hammer back? Here, we'll give it to you in Chapter 6. Or 5, whatever chapter that was. Super Guarding? Nah, that doesn't exist. But here's Barry. It's like, it's not fresh and new, it's just different. It's not different in a good way. It's like, it's just, it got rid of the good and didn't replace it with anything equal to or better than what it replaced. Again, going back to, it's just like half-baked. And the writing is whatever. You can make of it whatever you will. I still think it's, you know, humor aside, I still get the sense that they just were not paying attention to what they were writing. They were just going along just like, oh, and then Dementio betrays Count Bleck, which, to be fair, that was foreshadowed, so it's not like something they just made up on the spot. But then, like, oh, and then actually the Pure Hearts stop working because that. And then, like I said, what weren't we supposed to be combining them into the Purity Heart to make the light equal of the Chaos Heart? But then we never did that. And it's like, okay, so the Dark Prognosticus has power, but then the Light Prognosticus doesn't? And, you know, it turns out that actually the Light Prognosticus was the true prophecy, and the Dark one was the one that was destined to be wrong. But then why did the Light Prognosticus not have any power? Why did the Dark... And what power did the Dark Prognosticus even have? Because it also had the Chaos Heart. So why do you need both of these dark artifacts to be powerful dark artifacts? You could just say, like, oh, the Dark Prognosticus is the key to the Chaos Heart, which makes it bad. But they're acting like, oh, he has the Dark Prognosticus, that makes him powerful. Like, I don't know that they were really paying attention to everything that they were writing. It just does not come together to make a pretty cohesive picture. Sorry, my throat is getting kind of scratchy now because I've been talking too much. I think I've ranted enough. If you've watched all the episodes, including the parts where I rant kind of incoherently, thank you. I get that not everyone is going to want to watch a video of someone getting this annoyed and rambling, probably in circles, about why a game is just pretty mediocre. But if you decide to watch all of it, thank you. And I promise the next game I play will be something that I enjoy. Because I'm not even sure I know any other games right now that I didn't like at first that I think I could like more if I tried again, so probably won't be doing that again for a little while. I mean, I'll be doing it on my off time because, like I said, I don't like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I also didn't beat it, so on my own time, I'm going to play back to where I streamed through, and then stream eventually, because I still got a backlog of stuff to do. But when I get to the point where I have some time, where I have the opportunity to do it, I will stream the end of the game that I didn't stream, that I didn't play through. But on my own time, I will be replaying it to get back to there, because I bought it on PC instead of Xbox, where I played it on Game Pass, which we don't have Game Pass anymore, so I had to buy it again, so I bought it on Steam because it was on sale. But the downside is I have to replay through it, so I'll be doing that on my own time, and you won't have to sit through me complaining about it if I end up still not liking it. But that's besides the point. So, yeah, maybe I'll just say what I want to do next. I mean, I have videos that I recorded and never edited, so I'll probably do those next. And then next new thing I want to record is Little Big Planet. I would love to play through that again, so I think I will. So, yeah, I've got Has Been Hero videos coming next, probably, and then after that, Little Big Planet. And both of those games I really love, so no more complaining. Excuse me. No more complaining from here, or at least not to this degree, where I'm rambling. So, again, thank you for watching. Bye. Actually, wait, hang on. Can I? Okay, yes, I can get this screen to go away. Do you want to save? And then title screen. That's what I expected. Okay. Bye.